Fantastic beginning to the week, and of course, you're tuned in to Net2 Television, beaming from the Ken City building at Zongo Junction, Medina. No matter how far you urinate, the last drop will always fall at your feet. Of course, this is a proverb from an African community where, I don't know, maybe if you know where this proverb is from, you can send us the identity of the community this proverb is coming from. So, this morning, we are also, of course, unfolding the conversation for the nation, which we call the dialogue. We will be engaging a communications expert from the New Patriotic Party, Padmore Agyapong. And of course, we'll be chit-chatting on some topical issues trending today. As usual, we'll be pausing to take a look at the front pages of our newspapers as we have them this week. And after that, we'll come back and enter into the meaty conversation appropriately. So without wasting much of your time, the New Crusading Guide kicks off our look at the front page, and we have exposed how Boss transferred, I beg your pardon, how Boss transferred 40,500,000 cedis cash into Chief of Staff's sundries account. If I got it wrong, CEO's account. A murdered man's family cries for justice as suspect allies maneuvers for bail today. Still on the front page of the New Crusading Guide, we saved Ghana's hopeless future with free SHS double track. 270,000 more students enrolled. President. And Catholic priest is new University of Education Winneba Vice Chancellor. Catholic priest is new UEW Vice Chancellor. New search begins for new Accountant General. And on the top right-hand corner of the New Crusading Guide, other aspirants should support Bagbin, NDC executives urged. And that's it for the New Crusading Guide. Next up is the Chronicle. And with a pensive-looking Martin Amidu in a pictorial shot, the headline accompanying it reads, Amidu probes Bost, BOG, over transfer of 40.5 million Ghana cedis into Chief of Staff sundries account between 2015 and January 2017. Okay. Minister clamps down on Prempeh College Board is another headline on the front page of the Chronicle. Brekum Hini finally joins Brong-Ahafo Regional House of Chiefs. Kouman in turmoil. Nifa Division gives Paramount Chief 2 weeks ultimatum to withdraw directive on stool lands. I don't know how a divisional chief could issue an ultimatum to the Paramount Chief unless, of course, there are huge problems, because I don't understand how a minister could order the president of the paramountcy around. Anyway, the next stop is the Daily Statesman, and we have Your Money is Safer in Ghana. The Daily Statesman has on its front page a screaming banner headline, Your Money is Safer in Ghana. Also, we have the Amidu to probe Mahama Chief of Staff, over 40 million bust cash. Architects of banking crisis won't go free, says President. And these are the stories or the headlines on the front page of the Daily Statesman. The Ghanaian Times says, banking sector crisis. Culprits will face the law. And this is the president of the land, the head of state and the commander-in-chief, saying this. So in a couple of weeks or in the next couple of months to come, we should expect some busy times at the courts. Banking sector crisis. Culprits will face the law, President. Big boost for economy as Standard & Poor raises Ghana's investment rating to B. And PIAC seeks partners to tackle mismanagement of oil revenue. Also on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, stop politicizing state institutions, pro-Vice Chancellor. At the back page of the Ghanaian Times, sports dominate, and we have starlets fall to Nigeria in under-17 final. So it looks like Ghana will be absent at the African Youth Championship, where under-17 talents across the nation, across the continent, gather for the football festival for youth players. Will be missing that tournament once again. Exchequers crowned Gaha champions. I guess for those who follow hockey, Exchequers are the hockey team of the Bank of Ghana, and at the weekend they were crowned champions of the hockey competition in Ghana. Next up is the Daily Guide, and we have Mahama dragged to Amidu over 40 million bust cash. Mahama dragged to Amidu over 40 million bust cash. Collapsed banks directors in trouble. New UEWVC takes office. And on the front page, we have a smiling Professor Anthony Afol-Brony in a pictorial shot there. S&P rates Ghana B. It's another headline for the Daily Guide. And last but not the least is the Daily Graphic. Ghana rated higher by Standard & Poor's from B- to B. Ghana rated higher by Standard & Poor's from B- to B. Omnibank, Sahel Bank gets BOG nod to merge. Panic withdrawals could collapse economy. Indum. And of course, we won't spare culprits of banks collapse. President. So this is where we end the headlines. Of course, this is where we bring down the curtains on the summary of the front pages for today's newspapers. We are taking a quick short break. When we come back, I'll introduce my guest. And of course, the issues are just of your favorite station, Net2 Television. Morgan's antibacterial medicated soap is the best alternative to protect your skin from germs and bacteria. This soap contains vitamin E, which gives you long-lasting protection, and constantly bathing with Morgan's antibacterial medicated soap builds an alluring and smooth skin for you. With Morgan's antibacterial soap, your skin is protected from infections, rashes, and many more. Morgan's antibacterial soap is one of the oldest soaps in the world. It's been tried and tested and is made from the United Kingdom. Interested distributors should contact Royal Dutch Pharmaceuticals opposite Adabraka Evangel at Assemblies of God Church, or contact Doran Pharmacy in Kumasi and Sunyani on 0243 350 859. In Tafama Limited, Koforidua on 0242 778 976. For further enquiries and bulk purchases, contact 0264 692 252. And also, for those who are unable to dance appropriately when you go for functions, like I have a certain Jemfi sitting in front of me as he tried doing this morning. Boss, this one no be force. If you want to dance and impress people, just get yourself to Dependable Herbal Home. There they have all the kind of capsules you want to take. I mean, today man's capsules is for your vitality, vigor, and it enhances urine flow. I wouldn't mention names, but for those of you who, lack sexual vitality and you're weak sexually, you can get today's man's capsules. Today's capsules is also for the treatment of what we call cocoa or piles, and cures piles totally. Today's ladies care capsules is also for the removal of candidiasis, helps get rid of your menstrual disorders, and removes blood waste in the uterine wall after menstruation. Today's ladies wash also gives you the freshness and the cleanliness you need as a lady. For bulk purchases, go to Dependable Herbal Home, as my brother Jemfi is going there right now. I think he's heading towards Greenhouse at New Road. If he doesn't get it there, he can find it at Greenhouse, at that opposite Datus International School, Ripash Ventures, Kinwalk Herbal, Baywatch Herbal at Medina Old Road, opposite Doku Clinic. Jemfi, you can still contact them on 0272-220-222, and it's available in all pharmacy, chemical, and herbal shops across the country. Right, in the studio now, our guest is seated, and he's no other person than Padmore Agyapong. But before we go to Padmore Agyapong, I have Honorable Kennedy Agyapong on the line. Today, it's like the Agyapongs are, running the show. I have Honorable Kennedy Agyapong on the line, who is in the Western region as part of the president tour of the Western region. Sorry, as part of the Central region, not Western region. I beg your pardon. So let's get in touch with the Honorable One. Hello, good morning, Kwame Agyapong.
Good morning.
How are you, my boss?
Pretty good.
We thank God for that. We thank God for your life and that of your constituents and your president. We heard the president touch base a couple of days ago and possibly still there. What did he come to do there apart from the tour? How relevant has been the visit?
Well, let me explain why the president in the Central region. He has come up with a policy that he's not going to be a certain president in Accra. Every year, he will visit part of the country.
Right.
Last year,
sorry, not to cut you. As usual, you can go into Chi, Honorable. Don't worry, you can go into Chi. I will do the English and you do the Chi, so you can go on.
Which one do you want? You want
Chi? I want Chi, sir.
Now, do you understand Chi?
Okay. Oh, me to me.
All right. The president, I imagine, is on Snapper, Ewo, and Cry. And the idea will be potentially said, oh, a 4 year. Until or 12 years every year, over talk all over the country. Now, no one can say any a new man echo.
Right.
In last year, the yearly over half Central region, a year danger, I think any Tumako, any Bremercy, this time on coastal belt and all here amount for better. Now you need to be there and see the things that in your amount for amount for first one, yeah, a good for the trip. I am for no any woman for Asia. Now my bomb, some no tougher. Almost here, dear, any woman. And your man, how you call Elimina. The first one, Commenda him, Eka, about premix. Your bar, Elimina Hazel, Eka, premix. Then your own, the Enya premix. Emma, a parifono, a grano, Ayadiamao.
Right.
They were blunt.
Right.
So the same people know the president, for 3 SHS or Yaba, Epistania Ama, Awful, Ehu, Ahai. Thank you to say, and Yabia, Yaka, Assembly, Asho, Biano, or allow my Ubia, a kind of feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm for actual almost some woman here, some in your Omaha, Edia Gu, Kepaso. A Quenya ambassador for him in Kasa or the Agu. But the queen, baby, a choir, and he gave a cup.
Okay.
Or you your casa before, or more president, House of Chiefs president in every casa. I think the only apartment, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Or him and someone would who now to say, or yeah, abreast with time in your man efforts. Or can say, President, Emma Boa, now a failure. Omu Potem answer and crying. They say part of Gumwa as Abedin Kra, Abedin crying, Abatu. In your say Langa, Senya Langa, is our woman. Almost Granwara, Omrano Mabu. Now, Mutu Langa, as a failure. Omuansa, the only for 2. I say I can in a police report. Omoni manfo nyina ye one. But the failure police minister krum krana na mrantie no etu omo ne yesum. Enti and also president enhwe asem enta. Former a police for no logistics any ma obetimi e bi abo o man no fine. And now omo manfo ehun ba. And also president omo ka omo akwa enye amu junction apam.
All right, honorable wabo bibi a aye me there. Wo kan ekwan no omo kan say ekwan no nye generally central region mo kwan no did the president assure you of proper roads in the
Oh yes. Maybe I could be on the highway minister or roads and highways or Kapubi. So he allows the minister to explain to the people now almost plans are almost each constituency. In the minister and so for a fire almost budgeting fire almost year and in here more a here almost catching so also way. Sam or the premix no minister no ability and yes and to baby could be almost premix and was your man when you also on yano no move a fine. But I can tell you, as some a PM or people who are premix in the fair. They say almost a number to be almost toilet honor. Now more impression say minister no abani into omunya bi ento.
Okay.
And a minister explain is on bani say more joy nemo no mo de and call for ebu toilet no omo hwe say and go for no so toilet no fishermen no Chinese for no and small fish no then ka be mu omo.
Okay.
But almost say open livelihood it depends on that. And the minister agreed. Say, okay, actually paying say, they use the word they need a foreign forum the word. Or you see where that it says that Omubetini sa in man omuyeno, Ombetini aposo aye. I think that President Ba will do and Chirichirimo. No, I say on Kate Momuye. But impression at now on say Yati Mumuyeno. Ubia Kokrana would throw any. President visit Ama any other Oma, which are men who do Omubetini Apoto, that fishing, this one, trollers next year, and combat Ogu, a Pukuano, Oman Farma, and Gina, I and some Ama.
Okay.
Dear Osaka also Emma, Apam, or Hino Kaza, Galam say. In fact, we are particular about that, because that me advocate for Galamsey in CIS.
Yeah.
Apam was so fantastic. The way he enumerated the problems are country and yet Apam Kwan. Say Galamsey, President Enfield. Now the way LCO airspace any forest airspace, if he said a Marantianoa, Omuyasano. Omodachi Ebeha won a chain and let Kana Omusi Omuya.
Okay.
And the president so AG Nanusa Onudie, he stand by his policy, said, well, I'm saying, in it, Yama Omuye. And so far, it's very, very fruitful. On my mind, Mobia Kanasem.
Okay. Na mudru Commenda ehonom no sugar factory no bibi president kan hu bibi ana.
Yeah, okay, say strategic investors anyway. But I can tell you, Manima of history.
Okay.
Sugar factory make an example. Many the partner, the friend of Obi. We decided to build that factory. Into Yakofa siblings from India. We got about 11,000 acres from Dutch Commenda. Now, Emra is here at Indian. Now, I say, oh my, I do almost something. You compensate. One day, may he so rest in peace. When you do money, you will give up. There's no problem. Then I got a call from farm manager. Say, over the Aja.
Oh, no.
And the prepare actually. The rush call home. One reason is that you cannot, you be as compensation. So they bend the farm.
Wow.
That's actually, we move from there to Buraham. At the mountain area. So the Emira NDC for senior politics and and so Obia over a 3 years now. On Saint-Abli, which means a year to triple near Chamso, maybe any family in 10 years, they say, Monko can ye.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you the truth. The fact is your NDC funny is making figures now say the business is not viable. Meet in Agyapong, baby. Now what a boy next to me. Our love.
Right.
Mean so. Two. Almost feasibility studies that over here. They were completely wrong. Yeah. When you actually at the TV factory, Abra, you are actually will be so much. It will take me about an hour and 20 minutes to get to Elimina and then Commenda with Mahidi.
Right.
Almost Ahidi, 1 ton of Ahidi. Yabama 80. Now 1 ton of Ahidi from Afifusu to Elimina. Transportation, right there, it is not attractive. So we are here.
Yeah.
For the factory itself, they need a nuclear farm of 11,000 up to about 20,000 acres. Nuclear farm, a year company now in Gabia. Then you can fall on outgrowing.
Right.
And the Sabria woman, yes, a woman can be on farms. Who started with outgrowers?
And the Honorable, and all those while, did we waste our time in Ghana with the Commenda Sugar Factory?
Did they do what? Come again.
Did we waste our time in the past with the sugar factory?
Oh, yes. Yeah. They've wasted the money. Because it's too much. Me and I may know what you want to do. Strategic is a you make me anything. They said, government will partner any strategic investment over. Or the factory and the money. Now, I'm also capital. They make them and running business.
And to best reconsider, would you reconsider going back to that factory?
So when they burn my farm, the mindset of the people, I'm sorry, maybe I want to stay away.
All right. Okay.
Maybe.
All right, Honorable, we are very thankful to you. Hopefully, we'll catch you on the Orange Sofa on Wednesday, and then we can share some better light on the Galamsey issues and, of course, the President's visit to the Central Region. We are very grateful to you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
So back into the studio, from one Agyapong to another Agyapong, from Kennedy to Padmore. Right. The last time I called you, George.
That is okay. It is understandable. You are not going to be the first and the last. Yeah.
Right. So, well, here we are. I mean, let's extend the conversation here. The president has been to the Central Region. Maybe shortly we'll be showing you some footages of it if the producer is ready with that. But these are the issues that have, come up. Like Honorable said, they visited some touchy areas such as the beaches, where the cradle of the fishermen. We know the premix issue has been a thorny one. Galamsey also was mentioned. And then the roads as well, where the roads minister was made to explain why the circumstances of the community are like this. And of course, the Commenda Sugar Factory. So, all in all, it looks like the president is Oye Jumawawa Central.
Well, let me say good morning to our cherished viewers.
Right.
One thing I can say, and Honorable Ken confirm that, is President Akufo-Addo does not want his presidency to be limited to only the corridors of Accra or Greater Accra.
Right.
if you would realize, he's been visiting almost every region.
Yeah.
And when you are a president, sometimes if you decide to just sit in the office, you might get the shock of your life. And that normally happens when you are out of office. And I'm sure if anybody should interview President John Mahama, he would tell the person. And I'm sure that is why he's saying he wants to come back and correct some wrongs that he did.
Right.
And I'm sure some of these wrongs was his inability to move from his seat and go across the country to make sure he's looking at first-hand information, what the true situation is on the ground. Akufo-Addo is doing this, and Ghanaians should get this on spot that he is doing it on a purpose. Because when he came, he went round.
Okay, so let me just poke viewers that, I mean, visuals rolling on the TV now is the president's visit to the central region. I'm not too sure exactly where this is, but I guess as the program goes on, we'll find out. I guess this was a Deba of Chiefs and the people where Honorable was talking about. Yes, Padmore, sorry.
So he criticized John Mahama because John Mahama, on his last State of the Nation address, if you look at all that he presented, it was about 85% lies, about 15% what existed.
Oh, our former president,
I am telling you, and I was not the one who exposed him. President Akufo-Addo did some because he taught the nation, but it was you, the journalist, who decided to take him to his word and say that the things he had told Ghanaians that has been done, you guys are going to go around to see for yourself. Started with the roads. It started with the schools, the 200 schools he said he had built. We all saw the results. That this man, either he was lying or he has been lied to.
Right.
So this president is not going to sit down for people to be coming and saying, oh, this is that. He wants to go and see it at first hand. And when you have a president like that, it's like taking governance to the people. Ideally, you have seen MPs, MCs, rather, going around very often in their constituencies and then their district or assemblies. But this president wants to take governance to the people.
Right.
Don't sit at the Jubilee House and wait for the chiefs to rather come to you and make their plea. Rather, the people have given me their trust. Let me go to them, sit with them, ask them, what do they need? What do they expect from my government?
Right.
And I'll provide for them.
Right.
And if you have a president like that, I think Ghana is blessed to have a president who would take his seat to you and say, let's talk.
Okay. Now let's wrap up this Central Regional Tour with a look at the Commenda Sugar Factory. Of course, I mean, political watchers will think the New Patriotic Party has abandoned it because it was originated by your political adversaries. Is that the situation? But Honorable just said the government is looking for partners to go into, you know, a strategic partnership with some private investment to get the facility up and going. I think he thinks that's the way it should be and not the strategy the previous administration adopted. Is it a clash of strategies?
First, it is not the NPP government that shut down Commenda Sugar Factory.
Right.
Before election 2016, the NDC itself shut Commenda Sugar Factory. And
That's
they
a
said,
fact.
yes, it's a fact, that they were going through some renovation and about a month to 6 months it's going to be operational. Only for this government to come and say that, see that these guys were lying. This is not a factory which is ready to be in operation. Listening to Ken, my heart is saddened. In that, if the NDC government claims that they spent so much money, I think over $40 million on this project, brought Indians in who produced, and I'm not even sure whether, well, let me give them the benefit of that sugar really was produced from the machines that were installed. Omane Boama stood on national TV, heard something and presented to Ghanaians say, yes, we've produced sugar, and here, this is the evidence of sugar. Only for it to be shut down and say, oh, it is again for some renovation. How do you get people to now come and take their money and say, okay, yes, the factory belongs to Ghana, but this is our money. We want to invest our money in this factory. If Ken is right, and I have no doubt that the information is given is to the contrary, then that factory is in trouble. What he proposes that he would rather look and partner with a strategic investor and give the factory to the person and say, I am giving you this factory I have, but you bring in money and operate it.
Right.
I see it's going to be difficult for Ghana to still own this factory and get somebody to bring his money in or her money in. Why are we doing this to ourselves? The issue of overpricing, inflating contracts, all of these things, even if you give it to him, a local investor, at that rate, that you built this factory over $40 million, he says, you are kidding. Even he, as a local investor, will not invest. How much more or less a foreign investor who is looking for opportunities in Ghana? And there are huge investors out there trying to enter the Ghana economy. The question is, what are we presenting to them? You have this big opportunity, and look at how we've
But
messed
in
up.
the minds of the youth, this is just jobs going waste for them, where they could be employed.
Who do we blame? That makes it difficult for governance. Sometimes I get worried when whatever national development plans, whatever projections that has been put down is not followed. So each government comes and he runs a new agenda.
Right.
If the NDC were truthful to Ghanaians and they genuinely did this project like President Kufuor did with the oil that was discovered, how he handled the oil processes for NDC to come and continue smoothly, if they had that in mind, that this project is not just what we will get in, but the future of the people in Commenda, the future of sugar business in Ghana. So let's make sure and get a legacy for Ghana. I'm sure this factory should be running by now.
Right.
But when it gets to the point where, yes, election is coming, so let's hurriedly cook something and siphon money, which is exactly what they did, then it becomes a problem. But I am happy that this government is still pushing and saying that we will do our best to get this thing going.
Right. Okay, so that is the opinion of Padmore Agyapong on the Central Regional Tour by the President. Next up, you know the CD has been under the microscope lately. We'll be catching up with the Vice President in a couple of minutes, maybe in a half a minute, and we'll hear what he says about the city, because a lot of people have been blaming him for, I don't know what problem. They think the city is fast losing its value, but he has a critical thing to say to Ghanaians. I mean, if the clip is ready, let's hear what the Vice President said. So this is what the Vice President had to say about what people are saying the city is fast losing its value. Is it the right way to respond by the Vice President? Has he hit the nail right on the head? Has he schooled the uninformed about the city and what people call running away from arrest?
Thank you for this topic, and I would want to commend the Vice President and the Economic Management team for what has been done so far.
Right.
And with the statistics that the Vice President has given. One thing the opponents to this government fail to realize is that, you see, in science, you can be increasing a reaction, but the reaction could be increasing at a decreasing rate.
Again, please go over that again.
Something could be increasing, but at a decreasing rate.
Okay, all right.
And in economics, we have what we call diminishing returns.
Right.
Where your output could be increasing, but in actual sense, it is decreasing. What he's just presented, if you look at where the cedi was when this government took over in 2016,
Right.
and you look at the depreciation as at now, he giving it like 7%. The key question I ask myself is, if we still had given the management of this economy to NDC, where would the cedi have been? That is the vital question people seem to forget. If NDC was still in power, at what rate would the cedi be performing against the US dollar? And we all saw the jump.
Right.
When John Mahama, His Excellency, took over 2013, the cedi was performing around 2.2 thereof.
Right.
He took it to 4.2 when he was going. This administration has come even at the point where the US dollar is gaining so much strength because of the policies Trump is implementing, making sure things are done in the US. It is giving the dollar much power.
Right.
And this is how far our cedi has performed. And you don't give credit. And you want to portray. That was why I said, yes, it is increasing. There is no doubt.
Right.
But it is increasing at a decreasing rate.
Okay.
Because if we had put
It would have
NDC,
been increased
it would
faster.
have been about a 90%.
Right.
Or even by now, it would have been close to 100%. Because don't forget, they almost put Ghana back to HIPC. And if you are in HIPC, you will know the value of your money. So that is where the NDC...
So the background the vice president gave using the Argentinian, the British, the Turkish economy and their currencies as a fulcrum for the cedi to recover, you think that puts everything in perspective? Because we are not an island in the world.
I think what he was trying to say is that even in the time of the NDC, when the dollar was performing so poorly that the cedi should have gained much strength, the cedi rather performed poorly.
Okay.
Now, the dollar is gaining strength. And I am giving you evidence to show that, yes, the dollar is gaining strength. He's giving us the South African rand, the British pound, the Indian rupee, the Argentina currency. And then he is saying that all these major currencies are falling to the dollar. That tells us that the dollar is gaining strength. If you want to look at it that way, then Ghana, if we had continued with the same policies we were implementing under NDC, we should have been somewhere we cannot even be talking about.
1,000%.
So he's saying, looking at all this, the cedi has performed 7%, which is an increment. 7% is an increment. But with the strength of the dollar now, it is increasing, but at a rate which is telling us that our cedi is rather gaining strength.
Okay.
Look at the trajectory of the cedi dollar rate. From 1.2 when J. Kufuor left it, 2009,
Right.
to 4.2 when NDC left it.
Right.
If you want to plot a graph, your graph will be going like this, straight up. So if the same economic policies of the NDC were following, there was no way we were going to go down. Right? But if you look at what the MPP has come to do, your graph will go, and at a point you see it was stagnant. And then there will be like a small curve, not continue straight. There will be like a small kind of a bend. And then you see something small. That is telling you that, yes, we are going up, but we are not nose diving.
Exactly.
And this is what the NDC is actually doing. But they just want to throw dust into the
eyes of the public. Let's see whether the president is throwing dust on the eyes of the public with this front page headline on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. It says, banking sector crisis. Culprits will face the law, President. And the story continues on page 16. Anyone found to have sidestepped the country's laws leading to the crisis in the banking sector will be made to face the full brunt of the law, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has said. Need I say more? Let's just pause here. I mean, Padmore, since somewhere last year, I mean, there have been people who have been threatened with law courts for economic crimes. Apart from the Cocoa Board and Dr. Puni and the NCA officials, less is being seen in terms of implementation of getting the wrongdoers to pay for their wrongs. We are always hearing, did you hear this huge amount of money was stolen here? Did you hear this rot happened here? Did you hear this rot happened here? When at all would we see an implementation? I was happy when I saw this headline, the culprits will face the law. But will they face the law?
If the president says so, yes, but the question will be when. And these are some of the reasons why he decided that he will institute the office of the special prosecutor.
Okay.
Such that people don't see the NPP government when they even want to do the right thing as witch hunt or something like that.
Right.
If an independent person is looking at it, then all Ghanaians know that there is nothing political about it. One of the things that some of us who don't have the patience because we did not do law, that we face is that he is a president who understands the law. And he wants to do everything based on what the law says. Some of us want action. And action now. Because we know some things, wrongs have been committed.
Right.
Let's move.
Okay, we'll move, but just hold on a bit. Let me just invite the general viewing public into the conversation as well. This is the dialogue. It's meant for two, but of course you are invited to share your thoughts and opinion on the issues we are discussing so far. 0240 550-899 is the number to call, and our social media handles are Net2TVGH on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. We are waiting for you to contribute to the show. So, Padmore, okay. Just before Padmore comes in, I've been told I have to pick up my first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning, my brother. Can I have your name and where you're calling from? Ofana Yojugba Bonwe.
I'm a story the name Kenya. It is in a nati at my center.
Okay.
It's in Ajole.
All right.
You see, I'm a Ben Baumia office. The case name because the new CDA is almost 4.7. The NDCD starts propaganda 5 cities, CDA 5 cities. I remember out here, number Ghana. There's any CDA yo. Because first fundamental to not to concern about the economy. They are need to get them. All like in this time. Obama needs to be every month. I cannot be here now. Now, NTPD, what I got see the community. But the bomb challenges me about me at office. I'm going to the community management team. Amea, my Yahi. What people know we are taking. And they say, I'm going to go get in allowance. And come my Yali in one district, one party. Where an economy of the Ma Yahi. So, one that I make it. As I'm seeing party bomb, I'm in fellow, yeah. Me, I'm in to me of the bar. Only one here. And I have a giving and I am not about to that is where I'm a block. I'm a damn I'm about at a Fontic Army. Still serving for more than 4 years. If you money to Mammy. May give you to me a chance to tell you, I'm a Panaka of Paganda. I'm a such a way.
Okay, Chief. Yeah, one double shin Chief. Right. Abdul Basit says, Abdul Basit from Zongo Pania Kumasi says, good morning. NDC doesn't have anything good for Ghana and Ghanaians. They are good in lies and propaganda. God-fearing President Nana Addo, I thank Allah we are enjoying free senior high school, double-track system, 8.3% increase in agric. Greetings to my Zongo minister, Dr. Sheikh Mustafa Hamid and Boniface Abu Bakar Sadiq. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Can I have your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Nana from Medina.
Nana from Medina, let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, let's hear you. I can hear you.
Hello.
Nana from Medina, let's hear you. What have you got to say? We are listening to you. You can talk. All right, looks like Nana is not ready. Just before I come to Padmore, Mr. President, you are incredible. You are the best president Ghana has had within 9. Okay, I don't know the duration. Your dreams for your country since I was born. It's a blessing from Almighty Allah. I'm so proud of you, President, Your Excellency. You will be president in the year 2020. Inshallah. This is from Issa Ayuma in London. I hope I read your message properly. Hello, good morning.
Good
Hello,
morning.
I think I have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Very good morning, my brother. Can I have your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Ashama.
Okay. What is on your mind, my brother?
Yeah, concerning the corporate
Right.
about the banking saga.
Yeah.
We want our money.
Okay.
So
Which part
the
of your money?
government
Where's
or
your money?
Mr. President
Hold on, my brother. Where's
must
your money that
deal
you
with
want
them
it?
drastically.
Hold on. Where is your money that you are looking for it?
Because the money the government is pumping into the new banking they are setting,
Okay.
it's our taxpayers' money.
All right. Okay. So the taxpayers' money you want.
Yes.
Okay. I thought your money has locked somewhere. Personal.
No.
All right. Okay.
Thank
Thank you, my brother. So what is Martin Amidu doing since he took over the office of the special prosecutor? Is he trying to play on Ghanaian intelligence? Blinksy Sainte is asking this question. I've been told I have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning, Matilda. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Not bad at all. What's on your mind?
Metia mu nyinaa mo ho no mo.
Yeah, Joso.
Ana pay incident kasa that Ghana mampeni. Metia Ghana mampeni. Metia o mampeni a wo o man hu adwumpa. A wo dwen nkwala dachi. Ye ni ho be sho man so. Se only our free SSC.
Right.
Small girl baby am me back school. A drew maybe an school uniform class, school management in there contribute to no matter uniform amakwala.
Wow.
Textbooks in to be man. It textbook rambono, one in Indiana or adding mom, who ne bushing for it. And let's have Colano, and your wine and net or secondary school.
Right.
And in 2 years, Aquala at least all primary school can intimate textbook, man, intimate to Alemano, and Aqualan is now for school. Meeting up with school, maybe need to be at your by here. Now, secondly, my pastor is about men's good now from them.
Okay.
One of us had a young that and I'm sorry, who's a men's good if you any pretty. And your responsibility say what show no munya lances and son of my age man. And then the coconut nuts are show more for good 5 years. And no more pretty and then everybody say yensha men's good down. First I mean first uncle say come say obi anka was say obi piara in his place for this all say omunya lances and son of my age man na waja o more pretty only first I was say ye pamano. And then secondly say they make an for I invest to radio gold radio gold men's gold more say yanshe mo someone can and say as my bit was an enye to me anka yen jai omo do omo sika e ko now no me yen store bomb na mo yen hwe no mo omo no omo sika na ankohye
A word to the wise.
me talk me care about MPP4 ye mu bi ho 92 any almighty FM any station sha ye hwe e was MPP4 me bought up 2 stations yi no mo tini gina ye mo advert. No more stations because money did the papa advert I did more. So meaning say MPT4 more companies they be go no how come on get name bebra. On bet me born two no more advert station regular. I don't MPT4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Me can't partner what no one. What can't on microphone. No more what stations. No more advert. Next stations in engine.
Thank you very much, Madam Matilda. So a word to the wise is enough. Munkala Jones, Edia inside Kerry, is saying, I beg your pardon. I was elated to hear the president cut short for a construction of solar panels to produce more energy. In fact, Ghanaians have got a visionary leader like Noble President Akufo-Addo by always ensuring that our natural resources are tapped to our advantage. This is the leader we love in this country because he's always striving to make the impossible become possible. But as the NDC have always been, they will have issues with all this important initiative as hypocrisy and propaganda are their accolades. Right, I've been told another caller may be my last but two calls for the morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Very good morning. Can I have your name and where you are calling from? Sorry.
Joe,
okay, Joe from Kumasi.
Kaka mpesa mkana pezi mberi mahede nchimu nemu nana kupado ane nabidi echina mebo mabako na mabe imechara na machao na boken ane abidi ne umomu nyina asafu nyina chao mame ebe nana kupado atipa because no ma wahiye no nwanwa na sumbonso na 43 mafifo because yenu ya mwa mko skula omatrefe be fashe nyina awunya ta ko trefu fura school ya nana kupado dia bo nyina aseko enti ye bana se nya bona baso ko kana no mana woden a obetimi ga ye adwuma we amagana manyina ko ye nyamisha mo no nka ho ye da masibibire.
Yes, you da wase nyamisha onso. So I'll take my last but one text before I come for my last caller, and this is from Asantua Ba Kwame from Medina. Nana Chrome. He says the minority should be citizens and stop being spectators. They should be congratulating the NPP government and Dr. Bawumia for arresting the CD. All indications show that Ghana has started working again. The NDC will remain in opposition not less than 50 years. So, to my final call this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother. Can I have your name and where you're calling from?
Your friend me, Kwesi me Fresi Ashama.
All right, Kwesi from Ashama, you too.
Oh, Ashama, for near free, your dogs in your group. One when this is for no. And this is for one new essay and so long to bottom.
Okay.
Now, Commenda Sugar Factory, no. Almost see, you know. Almost the boy chrono.
Okay.
So, coffee factory, near book price. One more cannon, ying na ye kaya. Which more send coffin, one more ding.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes so me to one me soon say, hey, Ghana.
But
before you just say, I see a mom 50 years. No more top position. No more answer.
Okay. All right. Boss, yeah, that's it. So that wraps up the conversation, of course, with you, my valued and cherished audience. Now we give the final word to Padmore. But before then, did I say I was going to read my final text? Okay, this is my final text. Walanyo from Akwetia says, there are some human beings who do not see the efforts of this competent government. They are greedy. The NDC, who left Ghana in crisis. Ghana was a mess under Mahama, and Akufo-Addo is putting things in place to put the country back on track. Ghanaian students are benefiting from free SHS. Nursing and teacher trainees are enjoying their allowances. Reduction in utility tariffs. Planting for food and jobs. Clearing TOR debt. Clearing school feeding program debt. NHIS debt as well. This is the best ever president in the Fourth Republic. Regards to Ernest Yao Kumi. Right. So, back to you. Okay. After I took away your...
Sure, but let me, because we've dealt so much on the corporate issue. Let me
Right.
look at a story that came on the Daily Graphic, just briefly.
Okay.
Ghana rated higher by Standard
Oh,
&
yes,
Poor.
we didn't even find time to.
Yes, and these
I wanted
are-
to tie that with the Baumia CD thing. But
These
sorry.
are some of the good news we want to hear daily as we wake up. That if your economy is so strong such that it is now receiving good ratings, which will be good for people to even lend to you, knowing that your economic policies, your monetary policies, everything is going on very well, then bringing in that confidence into the economy, people will be willing to give you money.
So,
even
in
when you
spite
want
of all the kind of bashing the economic management team and Baumia are receiving about the instability of the CD, this Standard Poor rating from B- to B. Actually, I read portions of the report yesterday. It was amazing how the government was commended for handling, especially the fiscal side of the economy.
Exactly. And then even the way the Bank of Ghana is also trying to sanitize the banking sector and all those. These are things we should be proud of. Because if you are chastising the government
Right.
for letting the dollar, in quote, loose, and I don't know how they define their loose. Like I've told you, look at the increase and look at the rate of the increment. You get to know that, yes, it is increasing, but at a lower rate, decreasing rate. And now the economy is getting so much confidence. Our borrowing, everything is being improved. And if you are a citizen and rather not a spectator, how do you translate this to mean that the economy is performing badly? You see, when Baumia speaks, I think these guys from the NDC need to sit, listen, and try to get the import of what he says. We are still waiting for questions to the over 160 questions he raised. As at now, were they able to answer? No. I believe if they have issues, they should dare and raise the same questions with Dr. Baumia, and let's see if Baumia will be able to come and answer them or not. You are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. He is coming out to still give you what is going on, and you are still disputing. Meanwhile, you are not giving any credible alternative to buttress what you are saying to make what he is claiming lies.
They are only just pointing accusing fingers at him without, without bringing alternatives.
That is the NDC in opposition. Let's hit them with lies. But Ghanaians are becoming wiser. Now you can't just go and talk and people will just follow you. No.
Right.
You need to convince me why what you are saying is better from what the government is saying. And that was what exactly the MPP did in opposition, that Ghanaians became enlightened and voted the NDC out.
Right.
And the MPP was not just criticizing for criticizing sake. Dr. Baumia was hitting and giving you solutions, giving you, if these guys are wise, we can do this, we can do that. But they were not listening.
Right.
And that is what I expect them to be providing for Ghanaians to now still weigh in and see, okay, this is how Nanado wants to take Ghana. This is where, and anyway, they don't have anybody who is leading them now, so there's no
don't
direction.
Give up. Don't despair, Padmore. So this is where we bring the conversation for the morning, which we've nicknamed the dialogue, to a close. But no matter how far you urinate, the last drop will always fall at your feet. This is our African proverb for the morning, and we are thankful for you joining us and, of course, providing us the audience to do this discussion. Of course, Yao Amofa brings you National Agenda not too long after this. We are out.